1, 2, 3 test. 1, 2, 3 test. 1, 2, 3 test. 1, 2 test and test. One, two, test. 1, 2. Is mic hot? Mic is hot. Maybe I might have to lower the mic. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, 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 test. I always have to adjust the settings on this thing. Let me lower the music real quick. Let me see. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right, let's kick some ass. It's going to be a great day. Oh, man. SBET getting beat down. Breaking support level here on the daily. We're at, is the overall market down? Webull, Bbai. Let me see what's going on. All right. We have Russell, IWM. We have LiDAR. Let's see. All right, looks good. All right, we are good to go. Mike's good. Yo, yesterday's video was so fucking weak. It was so weak. Jesus Christ. I looked at the video again and again and again. I'm like, yo, why does the mic sound like shit? So this time I make sure that the mic is settling good. I'm feeling good today. I feel like we're going to make a lot of money today. Today we're going to make good money, I believe. Let's see what's going on with Palantir real quick. All right, we're up 1.7%, 1.17%. BBAI holding on to dear life on pre-market. Sofi have great earnings, like massive great earnings, 10%. And they're integrating with PayPal and all the other payment companies, which is great. Open coming down a little bit more. Damn, if I would have held my puts, I would have been up only. Maybe we can still short this. Let me see what's going on with BBAI. Open. Yeah, I think we can still short this. Looks like she wants to come down to 382. Let me check the premiums on here. Let me see if we can get some opportunities here in the market. I feel like I want to play more puts today. I think today's going to be more putty. I don't know why I've been having such good luck with puts lately. Not so much with shares or calls. There's really nothing much I want to do with that. Market's all-time high. I just really want to be risk avert. Like, I am not putting my confidence in this market right now. I just can't do it. Can't do it. My gut's telling me not to go crazy. And I'm going to follow my gut. I'm just going to play puts. Let me see SPY. So SPY is hitting this. This is on the 3-month. We're hitting this trend line, this monthly trend line here. Let's see if we're breaking out on the weekly just to confirm that at least the trend is intact. So we're breaking out, and hopefully I would like to see a back test on the weekly. We still have a lot of time for this to print. So in terms of the 3-day, we're above the trend line, and then the daily, I'm assuming we're above, we're up. The good thing is, the crazy thing is that we're printing a spinning top at the impulse on SPY, which is it's very neutral, nothing crazy, but. You got to be worried about this sort of thing. Like, okay, impulse, spinning top. It's like, I think we found the top. I want to say I think we found the top. But anything can happen. I could always be wrong. I am not a magician. I am not a prescient mind reader. I am just a normal guy who looks at data and makes the best decision off of what we see on our screens. So, Webull coming down a little bit more. I love how we're 2.99% down. That gives us more opportunity to, if you're going to do DAC, DCA, dollar cost average, or buy at lows. This would be a great opportunity. I mean, I'm looking at this. This is the micro 236, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get the macro 236. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the micro fib levels to see where we are with Weeble. She's gonna grab the all-time high here. We'll go to here. So it looks like she wants to come back down into the golden pocket, which is around 15.19 approximately. Okay. You can also draw the fib levels from all-time low or local lows to local highs, and it still gets you around. There's really nothing going on here. So I would say that the all-time high on May would be your fib level drawings. Traders are different. Everybody likes to do that. So I see that the golden pocket will be the next area where price wants to come back and retest this zone. So $15, $14.90. Very interesting. Let me go ahead and turn on my indicators real quick. Let me see where we are with bull. I'm very interested in bull, getting some shares on bull. I just don't want to buy at all-time highs. I've been trading her up and down. We're testing that 10 EMA right now. 10 EMA. I would love to see it come back and test this golden pocket, the 0.65. And if you notice too, this 10 EMA has been a support here on this candle on the 25th of July, and then the 28th of July, which is yesterday. So every time we hit this 10 EMA, this has been a clean support. Look at this candle here on July 22nd. This 10 EMA has been your absolute support, your absolute bottom. So if we can come back down and test that 10 EMA one more time, that'd be great. Break below it, you got the golden pocket. Get me around this zone, around the 15.19, 14.90. Get me around here. I'll be happy to buy it at this range. I feel like we still have a little bit of bearish momentum on the downside. Look at your oscillators. Well, it's telling me this guy right here is telling me something. This oscillator, it's called the ADX. This oscillator right here. Very interesting. I feel like we're going sideways. It's a little bit of sideways action, I see. So this, and then we also have the delta. Bullish momentum is still intact. Very interesting. Very, very fucking interesting. We have what? We have 10 minutes before market opens. Yeah. Looks like we're going to test that moving average. That'd be great. Jesus God. We're breaking below the 10 EMA on the daily. And we actually did touch it. Wow, look at that. We did touch the golden pocket. Look at the reaction off these lows. $15 we went down to. $15, man. Ooh, this is such an impressive target right now. These prices are oh man, this would be really good to have. Really good buy at these zones. Like, I'm really considering it. Wait, earnings is August 28th though. I will keep an eye out. So Russell IBBM. Let's put on BBAI. Let's put on BBAI real quick. We got 710. Sofi 10% already. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. It is absolutely going parabolic. That I will tell you. It is going parabolic. What the fuck is this? Got some weirdos sending me friend requests. Instant buy. I think Sofi is definitely one of those if it were to come down to it, Sofi is an instant buy. Market crash, you gotta buy Sofi. Not financial advice, but it's just like it's a no-brainer of a stock. It's just a no-brainer, especially the growth that it just recently has. Its earnings report. I mean, it's beating targets like crazy. I think their last year's Q3, Q4, their overall estimate beat those 2 quarters. So the revenue beat the last year's Q3, Q4 quarters combined. It was just crazy. It was like something crazy I heard this morning. I didn't look too much into it, but one of the YouTubers were talking about it. I just quickly skimming through it while I was getting home. So, all right, let's see what we're gonna tag. What we're gonna tackle today. I feel like I want to play puts, more puts than I am calls. You know, I really want to play puts. What's going on with these meme stocks? Actually, let me have a separate panel here. Let's see if we can get another quad, all charts, and I'll just put this specific chart, the meme section. Let's do D-Nut was one, right? Then we have open. Oh my god, if I held on to my puts. Oh, no. So put is still good. We're breaking below the 490. I mean, excuse me, $4. We got to break 490. Let me see the premiums right now. See if we can still buy some options. Some puts on D-Nut real quick. You're not supposed to short meme stocks. I'll tell you that. You're not supposed to do it. But, you know, because the strength of those trends can instantly just fuck you. But if you're right, if you're on the right side of that trade, you can make some pretty pennies. Let's do, let's see in the money. Wow, premiums, $4 strikes are 20 cents. Open interest at 771. Ooh, this is actually a great break. Evens at 382. Dude, if there's one fucking if there's one put, $4 strikes at 20 cents premium. Obviously, this was yesterday. This was yesterday. God, that looks so good. Why didn't I see that? Oof. Why didn't I see that? Maybe I actually might open. Let's see what happens at market open, because obviously it's going to fluctuate. But $4 strike puts on D-Nut. 3-day expiry are looking pretty juicy, but that was yesterday. Let's see if the premiums are going to get juiced today since we're down. So it's expected volatility. 167 on IV too. All right, which one was the other meme stocks? All right, we have Open Door, D-Nut. There was GoPro, right? GoPro was one more, right? And then we had, we'll do Wolf Speed, even though it was memeing. Wolf Speed is so much more of a... All right, we'll hold these 4 meme stocks up here. All right, we got the 4 memes. We'll buy puts if we need to. Let's see if the overall market trend will give us that battery push to the downside. Get these meme stocks going straight to the fucking Earth's core. Like everything that goes up must come down. We make money going up. We make money going down. All right? We don't care if it's up, we'll buy calls. If the momentum is down, we'll buy puts. We don't quit. Hi, do I get in? Hi, how do I get into the community? You talk to me. Pleasure to meet you. What stocks are you interested in? Just name one. I just gotta... All right, let's get this going out. Woo! Man, I'm buying puts, but I don't know where I'm heading them at. Man, GoPro actually is looking like a great opportunity. I got to chart a little bit more for GoPro. This is Wolf Speed. GoPro doing a double bottom here, bounce, and we pretty much are holding this level at 136. We break 136, it's Chow Town. It's Chow Town. 136, we're going straight to Earth's core. I mean, puts will be printing. D-Nut is very interesting. D-Nut is relatively a very strong stock, especially where the meme is. But GoPro has lost its momentum relatively close to D-Nut. There's not a lot of volume compared to D-Nut, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see it real quick. Yeah, market cap is higher. So we're just holding it down. Open Door breaking down as well. I would love to short Open Door, but it is like, I think it was one of the first. It was the opener for these meme stock runs, so it would be stupid to short open at, you know, the main meme stock, right? You got to wait for it to keep going down, breaking levels for that confirmation. Let's see if SPY is going to give us that battery push down for these puts. I don't enter trade unless SPY or Russell shows us a bearish momentum. I like to have better odds. I don't fuck around with my money. All right, this guy gets approved. Hey, wonderful. To speak something, I want to let me just say something wonderful. If you're watching, I want to say something about D-Wave real quick, and I want to make sure that you understand where I'm going with this real quick. I want everybody to actually know something about D-Wave. D-Wave short. Shriekly Planet, whatever the fuck his name is, this YouTuber. But I'll 10. That YouTuber I just posted. I just want to say something regarding D-Wave. D-Wave is essentially a scam. Now, you can trade it, obviously, but be careful of what people say about this specific company says about Quantum until they actually have products. Okay? They don't have products right now, so it's just something to consider, whether you're going to play calls or you're going to buy shares only. Play the trend. Play the trend, but I would be worried about placing long calls on D-Wave for now. That's all I can say about it, okay? I don't give a shit if you guys play it, long it, but just be mindful of what the potential catalyst will be if they don't show products, because Shkreli has been calling D-Wave, the company, to try the products, and every time he calls D-Wave, they neglect him all the time. So he comes in as like an investor. I want to put money in D-Wave, whatever. And then he gets denied the access to these products. So a lot of speculation on D-Wave. And just be mindful. That's all I have to say about that. Other than that, play the fucking trend, man. I played D-Wave a couple months ago. So I remember buying calls for sure. And then I sell them. And they went up. So in terms of long calls, in terms of like shares only long, no, I'd be worried about it. Not financial advice. All right, let's see if we can get some DCA a little bit here on Webull. I do want to do a little bit of dollar cost average on Webull. It's breaking at a certain zone. I think we touched the golden pocket. You know, we let price come to us. We start DCing a little bit around these levels. So this is how you get into the game at buying at lows. All right, 9:30, market's open. Let's get into it. All right, let's see. We're breaking into the 0.65. All right, let me turn on my indicators. Oh, wow. Okay, we're breaking down even more. That's good to know. Let me see where the market trend is going on. Okay. All right, SPY opening up a little bit bullish here. We got Big Bear coming up a little bit. Big Bear 0.1%. Getting a catch little bip candle. We got Bull. Let me see where the trend is on Bull. We got IWM. Got to pay attention to IWM. Webull hit that $15 here and extremely just got bought up right away. Let me do a little bit call. Let me do a DCA here. Let me see if hold on, let me put on my meme stocks as well. We also want to apply some puts. Oh my god, open door breaking down. The puts and the premiums must be cooking right now. Let me see all right, premiums $4 strikes on D-Nut. All right, so they went up approximately 5 cents. 5 cents. I do want to buy a put here on D-Nut. Let's see if SPY will give us that battery to keep pushing down these stocks. If SPY and IWM showcasing that we are still strong on the upper side of the strength, trend, I am not entertaining any puts right now. I gotta have this as a battery. Okay, so far so good. We're breaking down. I love that. I love that. But that's the first hour. You know, I normally don't touch the market for an hour straight. It's just something I keep to myself. But if the price action is looking strong in terms of the strength, I will start playing. I will start playing. I do want to buy some puts, but you gotta be smart with it. So I'm watching IWM. I'm watching SPY. Look at Weeble with that inverted hammer. Excuse me, with a hammer at the support zone. Look at that buy right here. Look at that. Look at that purchase order. Resistance here at 1531. Looking good, looking good. Looking good, looking good. All right, let's see if we can continue that. I'm keeping a close eye. Russell coming down. This is really, really good in terms of what's happening here. Very interesting how we're catching bearish candles. Did we actually hit the look at Weeble trying to break up? Where is our mean stocks? Waiting for the confirmation. These puts are looking juicy. I don't want to buy anything yet. These puts are looking juicy. So break even's at 377 now. God damn it, it went up. All right. Still watching SPY and IWM. IWM is catching a nice little bip. Weeble 1531. IWM catching a nice little pretty candle. So it looks like this will be a nice bottom for bull. Let me just double check the support level here at 1591. Let me see if we can. Yeah, so it's bouncing off the golden pocket. I will not be surprised if we start making nice little momentum to the upside around this zone. 1519 is definitely a very interesting zone. You touch it, you bounce it, and look at these long wicks in front of you, right? So again, catalyst, you always have to look at your external factors, aka SPY and IWM. Are we showing a continuation to the bear side? Okay, so far so good in terms of what I see here. We're showing relatively weakening on the bear side on the 1 minute, but 1 minute is not as reliable. Okay, you got to look at the 1 hour, see what the 1 hour, where the trend is, right? Long wicks means neutral. That's a neutral candle on the 1 hour. So I'm not confident yet where the trend is. We still got to wait it out. This is why I wait an hour to start trading, just to have better odds. I do like to watch SPY and IWM. Give me that confidence where we play the trend for the day. Okay, they act as a battery. All right, that gives it like the extra push for me to be confident in a trade. Okay, that's just the way I work. Everybody's different, right? Everybody's completely different. That's just the way I work. Okay, if they don't give me that battery, that confidence, I'm not going in. All right, so it looks like Weeble is catching a little bit of a candle here. Let me see if we can get a nice little trade here on Weeble. I do want to buy at these lows. Lows. Let me see if we can get them. Okay. All right, I'm going in. All right. I like Weeble at this price. All right, I do like Weeble at this price. And if it comes down, it comes down. But Weeble is my baby. I've been eyeing Weeble for quite some time. And we just start DCing little by little. Little by little, we start DCing. Little by little. Little by little. All right, IWM coming down. Love to see it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get it going, guys. What's going on with you guys? What is going on with the groupie? What is happening? All right, looking good, looking good. You just dollar cost average. You know, I like the dollar cost average stocks that are going to be worthwhile down the road. That's just my play. I love Weeble. It's just a great company, at least what I believe in. All right, Big Bear coming down, breaking down. Absolutely parabolic moves to the downside. Looks like it still wants more, though. Looks like it still wants more. Come on, baby. Let's send it soaring. I love these prices here. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I like the bounce here on the golden pocket. So we just got to start making waves to the upside. Okay, start making waves. I love this double bottom bounce. I absolutely love seeing stuff like this. Look at this. This gives me confidence that the buy at the golden pocket was a good purchase. DCAing around this target. Okay, it's hard to time these bottoms, especially with momentum stocks. But this is how you get into like getting at lows, right? You just buy at lows and you DCA. My firm belief that Webull is going to be a $30 stock by mid-year, by next year mid-year. Next year mid. So, that's just my belief. And I think we can DCA around this range. I love where we got the 4 hour. We bought it at the, excuse me, I'm not supposed to announce that. I'm not supposed to say I bought it. Whoa, okay. So I knew that 50 EMA was a critical support spot. And then we also have the golden pocket. So around this range here, you have confluence. This is where I suspect a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of momentum where buyers will start stepping in. And you hitting this this macro golden pocket, right? And I think it's the macro or the micro. Okay, so this is the micro. So notice how price scalloped and you're hitting golden pocket, this area of support. Interesting area of interest. At least when you have these momentum swings, you come back, hit the golden pocket, and then hopefully you get a bounce. Sometimes you don't get them, sometimes you do. But in terms of odds, I like this. I do like this. So I like where Webull is, where I bought Webull, and we'll sit on that and see what happens. Okay, I believe Webull is a long-term play. A lot of positive momentum. We have the potential crypto transaction situation that they want to implement, and then we also have hopefully the approval of Bitcoin so we can start trading crypto on their platforms, and the potential PDT rule. I think I said it right, PDT rule, where you don't have to have $25,000, you just have $2,000 to trade, or at least you can trade on margin for $2,000, and that's going to bring a lot of liquidity into these investing platforms like Robinhood and Webull, and you take it from there. So I believe that Webull is a great purchase at these lows. You DCA, and you start averaging down or up, however you want to play it. All right, so let's see if we can get some puts on some of these guys. So look how D-Nut. See, this is why I didn't buy puts yet, because D-Nut didn't break a key resistance zone. I do want to see D390 to break down even further for me to be confident in terms of the puts. Right now, the battery, my concept, the batteries are not. At least the IWM is showing a little bit of weakness. This is good, but I do want to start seeing a little bit more resistance to the downside. A little bit more resistance to the downside. So BBAI finding support here at 7.7. So good to see. Good to see. Good to see. Let's see. XRP. Excuse me, my throat's been killing me. My ears are itching. Jesus Christ. All right, D-Nut found support again at 394. Oh, man. A little bit of neutralism. IWM still showing a little bit of weakness here. And then again. Uh-oh. Big Bear AI. Yikesy. Come on. Hold it, baby. Do not break that box. Alright, so this is the box I'm talking about with Big Bear AI. Big Bear AI. We gotta really get this thing up on the upper side right now. Alright, we can't break this box. I would be a little bit worried here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of worrisome. All right, we still got that. Krispy Kreme still didn't break key level here. Open door. Look at that catch. You see, you don't go against the trend. It's a very, very strong trend. So this is why I'm holding off on puts right now, because the trend is still intact. The trend is still intact. This is why you don't go against the trend. Okay, you just don't do it. You just don't want to get cooked. Okay, you don't want to get cooked right now. So SPY still showing a little bit of neutral. Nothing really moving the EDF. Everything's looking a little bit balanced. Everything's fair. IWM seeing resistance here at 22579. So it's a little bit here, neither there. We are buying the fucking highs. Big bear. Big Bear AI breaking down the box. Let's go back to the box. All right, we found the box. So 690. I want to see a bounce. All right, we are seeing a reaction here. That's key resistance here. Support and resistance in this zone. So good to see. Come on, show me love. Show me love. 690, don't break 690. I don't see next volume would be around this shelf would be 660. If we break 690, 660 is your next bottom ish. I see this volume shelf here at this peak. This is how you can sort of tell potential reversal. I mean potential bounces. Let me see left. Let's go left. Yep. So 690 is your next bounce. 660. Excuse me. Wow. We're on small time frames. So 660 is your next bounce. There you go. Do we have any EMAs? Let's see. Do we have any EMAs following through with that? We do have a 50 EMA at 680. So, but the strength of this trend is pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. IWM. Everything's little bearish. A little bearish. Nothing crazy. Little bearish. Okay, open door coming down. Okay, well, Wolf speed also coming down 3%. Wow, this is really interesting. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Look, the strength of D-Nut is actually coming down. I still want to see 390 to break down. 390 is my, you know what? Let me see. Oh my God, premiums just went up. Shit. The premiums just went up on puts. This is what happens when you wait around, guys. But, you know, you rather pay a high premium just to be sure, right? So that's the takeaway. You end up paying high premiums just to be sure that you're not going to lose that trade. So SPY showing a little bit of bearish candle here at the impulse, or at least printing one. Still has a lot of time to go. We have 6 hours left, but so far it's not looking good. All right, so here we come. We're coming down to the 390 zone. Wow, Wolf speed coming down a little bit. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay. Not too shabby. All right, Weeble coming down to the 1490 range. Let's go. All right. Let's go. You can DCA a little bit more around this range, not financial advice. But I would love to buy more shares around this level. Let me double check my broker, and I'll just keep DCAing. I think we're good here. Breaking down 1480. I should suspect a bounce here at this 50 SMA. 50 SMA would be nice. That'd be kind of cool. IWM 0.3%. 0.3%. SPY, a little bit neutral here. Nothing much going on today. BBAI holding through the 693. Just tuned in. Good morning, Miles Cinderman. I'm sorry, I just turned on the thing right now. I had to turn on the volume down a bit. Teach me about Big Bear AI, please. Inform me. Interested in Irene too. Oh, Big Bear AI. Excuse me. Sure. What do you wanna talk about? Let's see something here on Big Bear AI. All right. So I mentioned in my previous videos that this box was the it's called a rectangle top, basically price action respecting top resistance and support. And it's been consistent aside from this box right here, this little bunch of candle action here. But then we came back into this box and we respected the box again. And then now you maintain this box, but now you're breaking below this box. Doesn't mean jack shit. All it means is that you're breaking key resistance and support, which is totally fine as long as we're not breaking key levels. So right now I see that 660 is the next interesting area of support if we were to continue to break down. This is where I suspect the bounce will take about. So, you know, like this. Get back into the box, right? We want to get back into the box. It's cool we break below it as long as we maintain price action inside here. Now, this harmonic structure I spoke on my video yesterday. This harmonic structure I spoke on is only if and if we get bad catalyst news. We have a harmonic completion here at 638. So very important area where we're going to take a look and see if price were to break down. This area 638, excuse me, is going to be an interesting area if we have a bad catalyst in the news in terms of earnings. So is it going to happen? No one really knows. I just have a harmonic completion there that says we might come down here, and if we do, we testing the key area of support. So BBAI breaking down into 689, 690. It's holding through. I love to see it. So far, so good. Looks like SPY's coming down a little bit. Not too bad, not too shabby. Not too bad, not too shabby. So far, so good. So far, so good. SBET real quick. Let me double check. Ooh, we're breaking down key resistance level here at 236. I will talk about Irene real quick. So in terms of where BBAI is, we're breaking below now the 20 EMA. The 20 EMA. We don't want to break below the 20 EMA. At least close below the 20 EMA, because then that just signifies that we're below all local EMAs. We still have this 50 coming in, but I don't want to see this come down to at least this area, 590. This is the 50 EMA. If you notice, price always seems to be respecting EMAs on the daily. That's your key line of support and resistance. The next 50 EMA is approximately around 590. All right, but we have levels before we get to this area. So for me, it'd be 660 if we break down 690. Okay, so we are breaking down a little bit. 690. Let me double check. What the hell just hit me? Weekly recap. Oh shit. So IWM and SPY also act as a battery on the overall market trends. You got to be careful, because if IWM and SPY break down, BBAI is breaking down with them. All right, is breaking down with them. So it's just something to consider. Something to consider. Let me finish off with BBAI. So we are breaking below the box. It's not the end of the world. Breaking below 690. So I suspect the next absolute bounce will be 660. Absolute bounce will be 660. All right. All right. Webull breaking down. Breaking down. Irene. Let's talk about Irene real quick. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, you had a nice little scallop play here. I do like the scallop play. Wasn't this a data center company or something like that? I've been waiting for a big catalyst, especially Europe, now that we had big announcement. Oh, what is that big announcement? Hold up. Oh, look at that. I had a, looks like a, is this a deep crab? Yeah, that's a deep crab. I got to make sure the ratios pan out. But we had a massive run off this harmonic completion. I got to double check which one is it. Let me double check what is going on with the overall trend here. Okay, so we have the high and the low. All right, let's see something here. It looks like we have that. Let me get rid of that line because that's confusing me. That's confusing me. All right. Actually, oh, that's the POC. Whoops. All right, let's go ahead and redraw the fib levels. Draw it there. Boom, boom, boom. All right, key resistance here at 886. Clearly, we have an inverted hammer. You're now testing that 5 EMA. Look what price is doing. It's literally wicking on that. So we can't break below exactly. We're literally testing. We're right below it. 1615 is your EMA. So let's go on the daily real quick. On the monthly. Whoops. On the daily, you're breaking below your 5, your 10, and your 20 EMA, and now you're testing VWAP. It's gonna come back for sure. Let me see your oscillators. Yep, it's coming down. Look at your MACD on the daily. Holy shit. Okay, this is this right here, my brother. Why is it not working? This right here, it crossed the signal line. Expect a little bit of a bearish momentum. A little bit of bearish momentum. It can obviously do this, right? It doesn't have to come underneath the center line and do that. No, it can just come just a little bit right on the center line, come back up. It's a very, very relative. This is such a strong stock. I mean, the strength of the trend is obvious on this thing. It's very, very obvious on this thing. Very nice to see, though. All right, very, very nice to see. So good. It's looking good. Really looking good. All right, spinning top at the impulse. Very interesting to see. Wolf speed coming down. So we're, oh, sorry, I was just having like a squirrel moment. So yeah, it's coming down. If I can find some harmonics, let me see if I can see it. Let me do a fib level here from the high to the low. All right, so you're definitely gonna test that 1535. That'll almost in line with your center line RSI right here, which would be in line with the 236. 1535 is gonna be a key area of interest. Test it there. Call it a day. If you break below the 236, obviously the next level will be the. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I'm getting almost confused. And next area will be 382, 1245. You did have a massive run up for a couple of days, like literally days. Expect a little bit of retracement, rightfully so, right? So your next area of support is going to be the 236, 1535. You break that, you're coming down to 382. All right. You define key area of support here because you have your EMA, your 50 EMA coming up. So if you test the 236, that 50 EMA is going to continue to rise approximately around 1525, 1530. I mean, excuse me, 1425, 1450-ish, right? Because the EMAs are going to fluctuate where price action is. So you know, that's obviously going to be important. But your area of support is going to be the 236. You break below that, test that 50 EMA, wherever that's going to fluctuate as whatever day that the candle's price action land. And then if that breaks, then you obviously have the 786, 1378, and then your 382. So take a picture of my fib levels, if that'll help. Irene is number position out of about 40, about 43. I love it, but I'm thinking about pulling my cost basis and playing with the house money. I mean, look, overall, the trend right now is it's hard to time the market. It's really hard to time the market. If you know a ticker inside and out, you know how it moves. Do what's best, what you feel is best, and just make sure you're playing in your strengths, right? So you have ideas, right? We have levels. Just play off these levels. Look at your RSI. It's coming down to test that center line. Typically, you want to see the RSI come back, test, and then hopefully we get a rebound. If not, let's look at the daily pivot, where we had a pivot at. So here we had another pivot off this RSI. So that can approximately be where the 50 EMA is going to slope up. And that'll be like within 2-3 days. right? So it's just things to consider. Your MACD is signaling bearish momentum, and it's very significant too because look at the display; it's very tight. I mean, not display is distant, but the MACD is far from the signal line. It's very far. And then you also have your negative DI curling up, which is the start of the bearish trend. So something to consider. Something to consider. And look at the bearish delta. 2 million in volume, bearish liquidity coming in compared to the bulls is 350K. So the trend in terms of the bearish momentum is intact. You can't avoid that. That's for sure. You can't avoid that. And then you have SPY and IWM acting as a battery. So be mindful that SPY and IWM act as a battery. I specifically found that terminology, acting as a battery, because they push the market down. If these guys are not happy, mom and dad are not happy. Dad being the SPY and the IWM being the mom. Guess what? The children are they're gonna get belt. They're gonna get a fucking beating. That's the way I think about it when I'm playing the markets. So I appreciate your analysis on the charting. Anytime, brother. Anytime. So these guys also have to be nice. They have to act, they gotta stop arguing. IWM and SPY. So consider that. But I do believe that in terms of the strength of Irene, let's get back to at least support, then get a confirmation, right? It could completely just catapult to the upside, but in terms of where the strength is, I would love to see a bounce to the 236. I would love to see a bounce to 236. All right, let's see if we can buy some puts on our little meme stocks. Not yet. Nope, not yet. Our puts, I'm not buying puts yet. Too strong. As I mentioned before, the only one showing a little bit of continuation down is GoPro. I do like what I see with GoPro, but I really want to short D-Nut. Just something about D-Nut. I just want to short the shit out of it. Maybe I just hate donuts. I absolutely hate donuts. Can always buy it back at a lower point. Absolutely, yes. That's how DCA, right? Look at Webull, right? Webull, if I turn on my chart, I said I'm going to buy Webull around this range because it's hard to time this market. It's hard to time interesting, strong stocks. I bought Webull at the 50 EMA, but look, it broke down even more. All right, well, too bad. Sucks for me, right? But I know down the road it's going to eventually go up because it's a company. And if it keeps breaking down, I'll just dollar cost average. If it gets to 30.5, I'll DCA. No one can ever time the market. Very, very rare to time the market. We have ideas, but no one's going to have 100% accuracy. This is the thing that I teach in my Discord and things I speak on. No one ever can time the market. Ever. On any ticker. Oh, you should buy it here. No, you're taking a chance. Every time we put money in the market, it's a 50-50 chance we're going to get it right. So I bought Bull here. I DCA'd here at the 50 EMA. Look, it broke down. Okay, well, too fucking bad. I'll buy more down here. This is how you invest. This is my investment ticker. This is my investment ticker. I don't day trade. I do day trade Webull back in the day, but now I'm just locked in on Webull. Webull is gonna be my my baby. I'm gonna lock in on Webull. Okay, so you are right about being pulled down. Yep, you can always buy back. Absolutely. No one's gonna get it right all the time. No one. All right, even I barely get. I'm 50% right on all these tickers because I am playing the charts. Look. It went down. I'm cool with that. But I know Webull's a company. Webull is a company. It's a $1 billion company. Look at the market cap. $7.21 billion in market cap. You don't think down the road they're going to eventually keep growing? Come on, my boy. Who's stressing about little fucking drops 2-3%? Fuck it, drops 10%. Warren Buffett even said it. You got to believe in the company even if you invested in it drops 50%. Sucks to be you, but oh well, if you believe in it, stick through it. We can't cry about 3, 4, 10% on the downside when you know you believe in the company actually has potential growth. It's an investment platform app. This is Webull I'm talking about. What do you think? People are going to stop investing down the road? No, they're going to buy Webull. They're going to buy Robinhood. They're going to get into Robinhood. They're going to be Webull. You need a little bit of everything. They're taking a little bit of market share of Robinhood. Sure, Robinhood's great, but you can't have another contestant. So what do you think? The moat on Webull is gonna die? No, it's just only gonna get better because now you have an area, another platform that you can invest in different parts of the country, in the world. APH has super fundamentals, super techno, huge margin. There aren't anything that makes a connection. APH? I never heard of APH. What's APH? APH. What's APH? Whoa! Bro, what the fuck are you... What are you... Bro. Bro. Bro, this is a Palantir chart. This reminds me of Palantir. Let me show you Palantir. I literally was just looking at Palantir all day yesterday. Look at Palantir. I spoke on this on my videos. What does this look like? What does that look like? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my goodness gracious. What in the Lord mercy. Hold up. I think IWM and I think we're breaking down even more. If it gets to the 0.5, I am so buying the shit out of Webull. I'm just gonna throw more money at Webull. Let me see something here. Okay, so APH. Yeah, this thing is up only. I have no idea what this company does. It actually does dividends on top of that. That's actually really, really good. That's really, really good. Big Bear breaking down. Looks like small caps are not catching a... Small caps are not having a great day. So looks like SPY wants to break down as well. SPY wants to break down as well. Looks like SPY catching a huge red candle here. Huge red candle. Not so good. Not so good. One secundo. ADA. Let me just check on ADA. All right, we're getting a little bit of a resistance here. All right, we're testing now the 50 SMA. Hopefully come down to the 0.5. DCA a little bit more in there. We'll love to see it happen. We'll love to see that happen. Crispy D-Nut. Absolutely not breaking below 390. It doesn't want to go below 390. Absolutely bonkers. You can't make this up, man. Can't make this shit up. Alright, looks like market's a little bit trending. Like, I think we actually peaked. You know, you are 226.80 on IWM, and then we peaked on SPY 639.32. Very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. JBlue surging. Oh, JetBlue. Wonderful. I'm looking at between so many different things. Let's see JetBlue real quick. What's going on with JetBlue? Whoa, 4% on the day. Had a nice little bip. Came down a little bit. IWM and SPY not acting so nice. So very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Let's see if we can actually catch another bottom here on Webull. Get some nice little opportunities. I do want to buy more. All right. So the key resistance level was always at the 236 here on Webull. So we haven't broken 236 on the macro, which was at 1652, which is something that's always been declining. Every single time we touch at 236, it's actually, if you just take away this, that's a 236 macro. But since it's the micro fib level, it's in line with the 786, 1652. So you just I gotta be patient. You know, this is how you time them. This is how you play the markets. You know, absolutely. I love this ticker so much. I love it. I love it. Love it. All right, let's get back into what's going on with the big buybacks too. APX embedded in any tech land that has connection into very wide moat. Big buybacks too. APH, what is this thing? Fiber optic connectors. Based on products and specialty cable, and operates through the following communication solution internet connect. Oh, the harsh environment solution segment, manufacturing markets a broad range. Oh, ruggedized interconnect products. Oh, ooh, okay, that's very interesting. Sensor segment. Ooh, this is actually a good company in terms of what the products are showcasing. Let me go ahead and, you know what, let me turn on let me put you on my other screen so I can see the conversations as. All right, so now I see you, Miles Cinderman. I see you live on my other screens as well. Okay, I see you as well. All right, let's see. All right, we're good. All right, so is 390 finally about to break? Look, every time we're touching 390, it just doesn't want to die. GoPro absolutely going down. Absolutely just plummeting right now. Let me see if we can actually get some puts here on GoPro. GoPro, oh man, I just can't resist these puts. All right, so puts break even. Let me just avoid D-Nut for now. Let me just avoid D-Nut for now. Let me see some puts on GoPro. Or the premiums juiced. Ooh, the $2 in the money strikes puts 3 days to expire really, really high. But the $1.50 strike puts are looking juicy. Break evens at $1.27. What do you think about Ramaco Resources, aka including Class A, ordered at the bottom a couple weeks back, sold at the top? Was thinking about buying it again. This time I think I'm going to hold it. Ramaco Resources. I never heard of them. Let's take a look. Hold up. Let me just see the market trend real quick. Let me just make sure I'm actually looking at the right things. All right. Ramaco. You said Ramaco. Oh, resources. This is called MetC. What the fuck? Dude, are you like hitting? Dude, what the fuck? Like, I've never seen these tickers in my life. Okay. First off, I see you like playing dividend plays. You like tickers with dividends. That's good to know. Dude, join the Discord. I give alerts out every single day. So the overall trend on this is very, very a clean bullish trend. I do see that we always been hitting resistance and we sell off. Okay. So 236 has always been an act of support and resistance after a pullback. Resistance. So 2065 resistance, 2065 again resistance, and 2065 approximately 2075. So what is that? 2065. So clean line resistance here. So from a risk reward, I would probably sell and wait for the pullback based on price action. Now, I like to draw harmonics when I see potential formation, harmonic formations. Here we have a potential deep crab. So the 8C leg is not so hot. No, this is just too wide. Sorry, so that's on the monthly. Let's turn on the weekly. Maybe we can find some harmonics here. Yeah, it's up only. Be very careful where you are now based on price history. It does like to pull back significantly. Let me just see this harmonic. I think that's an alt bat. Give me 1 segundo. Alt bats. The AC leg is too weak, so no. Let me see. That is a shark though, because the A is higher than the B. I mean, A is higher than the C. 32618. Okay, we'll cancel that. So yeah, in terms of risk reward, you're hitting again a key resistance level. A risk reward, you are over hot. You're coiling at your RSI. You can still obviously get a nice. You can squeeze a little bit more out of this, but then you're asking too much, right? So then if you take a fib level from low to high, so again, you're gonna test a 1792 236. That would make a lot of sense for me. So from risk reward, this is too hot. Buy back, touch that 5 EMA, approximately around 1950. Wait for the candles to touch EMA, see if we get a bounce. If not, 1792 is your next support level. Wait for price to consolidate here, and if we break down, then you have your 10 EMA, which is approximately 1650. Obviously, price fluctuates depending what the price action is. And if you break below that, then you're looking at 1465. So you have layers. 5 EMA, approximately 1967 or 1956 here. Then you have the 236. Then the 10 EMA, approximately 1657. You break that, then the next one is 1468. Okay? These are how you break down potential levels, okay? You can't always time the perfect entry. You can just look at, the area, the range where price more than likely will come and come down to. So, very interesting. So, IWM and SPY, a little bit neutral here. This is what you call consolidation. If I turn on my 15-minute, you'll see it more thoroughly. Let's turn on the 5-minute real quick. Yeah, so this is now just consolidating on the 5-minute. Price action here. It's in a box. I like to draw boxes. I always reference boxes. Draw boxes, guys. It's a lifesaver. I don't care about the dividend as long as the stock goes up. Oh, okay. I hear you, brother. Yeah, no, stock up only, but rightfully so. The resistance is at least terms of the weakening of the strength is showcasing that, okay? For sure. Okay, can we buy puts now? All right, are we breaking below 390? Yes, we broke below 390. All right, is open door breaking down? Yes, open door is breaking down, finally. Double bottom here will be 206, so that's a key purchasing price. And that also in line with your golden 200 SMA rolling up. So I suspect the bounce here at 205 on open door. So let's see if we can break below that. It's a clean, defined support level here for this shit meme stock ticker. No offense, but you played the trend. I calls or puts. I really don't give a shit. I'm playing puts or calls. I like fundamental technicals for the most part. I'm looking for them both on the same time. Nice. Yeah, same here, brother. You and me both, brother. You and me both, brother. All right, let's hopefully you start seeing momentum to the upside. Some of our tickers, man. We are absolutely looking like a nice little reversal. Descending scalp here. We call these little J pushes. As you can see here, this is a descending scalp formation on IWM. It's actually hitting a key resistance zone. We have to break 224.77 to find that, and hopefully we don't break down. If we do, oh well, life sucks. Okay. All right, let's see BBAI. So I found the bottom. Look, we broke below the box. So if I were to go back into BBAI, we're breaking below the box. Doesn't mean the trend is over. It just means that we're just having a little bit of resistance at the end. It's not the end of the world. 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get the 5 EMA to start curling up on the 1 minute. All right, so are we curling? Yeah, not yet. We're not seeing the trend yet. All right, the 5, literally, we're at the pivotal point for BBA to start making a reversal. A reversal needs to be happening right now. Otherwise, we're going to keep rejecting on the 1 minute. On the 1 minute on BBAI. Now, if I were to draw a trend line, oh my God, this is like, oh boy. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. All right, you just find where the confluence is. Bingo, right there. Boom. So we have resistance here, and then obviously you have two. You have another resistance here. So I consider this bearish trend line where you got to break out of. See if we can bounce off it. All right, SPY a little bit neutral, just going sideways, nothing crazy. Weeble chilling out right now, nothing crazy. IWM in a descending scallop formation, like a nice little J. We just gotta break out of 224 to break out of that trend. So far so good. I don't like wait out or ride a consolidation for very long. Call me impatient, but I'm looking for a chart that shows a breakout. Gotcha. Breakout. Okay. You don't like to hold it down for a bit. You like to just get into the trend and make your money. That's a good way to play. So that's quick trade. Oh no, SBET breaking down. Okay, so this is your textbook of patterns. Give you excuse me, an idea of the trend breaking out of one. So here we are breaking out of this descending triangle, and you see here that the resistance line of this candle literally testing that bottom trend line from previous support. We did print 3 black crows, stated in my videos. I was hoping that we can break and stay above the 236 2042 and above the 50 EMA, but as you can see on the daily candles, that price broke below all key resistance. So that means that's 1590. Was it? Where was it? 1590. What the hell am I talking about? 19 is pretty much inbound. 19 bucks is inbound. So you just got to be patient with SBET. That's all it is. Just being patient with it. You got to love the thing. You got to really just chime it out. Wait for the opportunity. Another position I am in. Oh, let me see something. Another position I'm in, I'm going to be beefing up on today, tomorrow, most likely is ORA, Ormart Technologies Incorporated. Dude, I like how you separate the ORA. I like how you make it easy for me to look these up. Oh! Oh man, you really do like these. You definitely like strong tickers, man. You are not a risk taker. I like that. You are not a risk taker. That's good. You play on good tickers, man. These guys are multi-billion-dollar corporations. Good for you, brother. All right. So first thing first, I do see harmonics on this pattern, on this chart. A very clean harmonic. So if it is a harmonic play, just give me 1 second. All right, that it would be I want to see a bat. Yeah, it's a bat. Let me just confirm the ratios. Excuse me, the Gartley. It's a Gartley. Confirm. Ooh, 886 is looking good. Let me see if we can get it. Ooh, that's good. 786. Ooh, 16113. Bruh. Is that a terminal candle? Okay. All right, my friend. This is a Gartley. All right. So this harmonic, and that's a terminal candle based off the wick action here. So Gartley's is a bearish harmonic. Now, what's going to happen here is when you have tickers that are pretty much been on a consistent, and let me just double check the strength of this trend. Okay, good. All right, so it looks like it's been up only for quite some time. bearish indicators are flying off. Okay, so first things first, these are the phases of harmonic plays. Okay, so first thing I'm going to look at is terminal candle. That's a long wick candle. That's phase 1. Phase 2, HOP zone. HOP zone is a area where price action can still develop more to the upside, but then eventually you're going to hit a peak. And once that peak hits, then that HOP zone is finally finalized. That's phase 2. Phase 3, now you start looking at support and resistance. So key area of support where we define at least a bounce back for profit target. Let me just get to the profit target because essentially it is support. Where we look at for these harmonic completions are exactly 3 price targets. We look at phase 1 on price target would be 382 right here. So that'll be price target number 1 if you're going to play puts. Price target number 2, golden pocket. And last but not least, price number 3 is the 886. You're always more than likely going to hit the 382. Very rare you come and hit the golden pocket. Very rare in some occasions you do hit them. Those are great plays. And then that would be a clean line of support. So a strength of a trend in terms of retracement, when every time you have a move up like this, you come back down, hit that 382 of harmonic completions. The strength of this trend is still very intact. It just needs a little bit of retracement. So we know that the 382 is a clean resistance or a clean support bounce, and then more to the upside. Very rare, in most occasions, we hit the golden pocket, which is still relatively a good bounce, but it's not as strong as a 382 bounce. Rightfully so. You just had a ticker that has been up only for months. You need the retracement. Let it pan out. New liquidity comes in at these lows. Then you get the bounce in. So this harmonic Gartley tells me that we're going to come back and retrace the 382, 782. Rightfully so. You've been up only, man. Like, holy shit. This ticker needs to relax. And look. So this ticker is not afraid to pull back a little bit. Look, we had up only from here. That's what, 273 days on the monthly, 67%. And look what happened when you hit key resistance levels, right? You went back down 37%. Let me just get the right accuracy here. You went back down 40%, and it took 300. It took a whole year to break it down. This is on the monthly. It took a whole year to break down 46%. So this ticker is not afraid to come back down. 60 days, 100 days later, come back and test that 382 after months of being up only. You know what I'm saying? So here's your chart. Save the pin, save the timeline. This is what I'm looking at. Okay? That's what I'm looking at. Big Bear AI breaking down 684. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. All right, Krispy Kreme donut 390, still not breaking down significantly below 390. Not enough. That's not a candle I want to see on the 1 hour. I want to see full body candles break below the 390. GoPro continuation to the downside. I mean, puts. Let me see if the premiums are jacking up right now. Open interest is opening up a little bit. So break even on $1.50 strikes on 3-day expiry are $1.25. So $1.25, are you gonna hit it? 10%, another additional 10% on 3 days expiry. That's a nice little chance you're gonna take. I gotta stick. I mean, let me actually see if we can get some. Let me see if I can get some. I gotta stick with the technical combined with fundamental. If I get a gut feeling, I just take a break and go potty. I go potty. That was good. That was a good one. That was a good one. You go potty. I haven't heard that in a while. That was funny. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so GoPro all-time highs. Jesus. All right, let's see if we can get a put action. Oh man, I think we can still juice the shit out of this. But 3 days expiry. Let me see what the premiums are on 10-day. 35 cents, $35 in the money. Open interest 185 IV. Ooh, very high. Very, very high. Ooh, I do like the 1750s. 10,000. Ooh, I'm buying these. The $1.50s, 17-day expiries are looking good, guys. Let me see if I can get a nice little contract buy here. I bought $15 strikes. I mean $15 strikes. All right. I bought $1.50 strikes on GoPro. 35 premiums, 17 days to expiry. The open interest at 10,000, so people really like this price target. I mean, I'm buying a little bit of high premium, but I mean the puts in terms of where the trend is, it's very, very obvious where GoPro is heading. I like where GoPro is heading. I'd rather just hedge against the. I like where it's at right now. I do like where it's at. So nice. Nice. I like that. IWM and SPY still showing a little bit of weakness. IWM and SPY still showing a little bit of weakness. BBA still holding that 380, excuse me. It looks like IWM and SPY just holding on through. Sorry, GoPro. I don't expect you going up. Had to buy some puts. All right. Just watching out for all right, let's go and make some more coffee. I'm actually wanting more coffee. I'm like dying for more, actually. Oh no, BBAI. Oh brother. All right, so SPY looking like a little bearish momentum. Krispy Kreme donut. All right. I didn't want to buy. Okay, so Krispy Kreme donut is now breaking down. Breaking below the 390s. Let me see the 5-minute candles. 390. I want to see. Yeah. All right. I'm already input action with GoPro. I think I'm going to hold those through on the daily. I think we can still break it down even more. Your ADX is coiling up. The strength of the trend is coming down. I love to see that. Look at your MACD on the daily. We haven't even hit the signal line yet on the daily. So RSI is testing the moving average. I would love for the RSI to come back and test this center line. And I think we can buy our puts or sell them here at this area right here. So our puts are going to start printing around, or actually our puts are going to be printing around $1.26, $1.25, I believe. Gotta check the strikes. But so far so good. So far so good. I like where we are right now. I do like where we are. Any other tickets you guys are recommending, my friends? I'm gonna make more coffee actually, so let me go ahead and I'll leave BBA here. So SBET. Should I just leave SBET on? We're breaking below that 236 line, but we're still respecting that trend line. Isn't that kind of cool how TA works, huh? Funny how that works. Funny how that works. All right, let me go make some coffee. I am absolutely just feeding for more coffee. how we cooking? How we cooking, boys? I'm gonna stick with technicals. How's everything cooking? BBAI, IWM. Let's put another ticker up here. Let's put APLD up here. APLD, I think earnings is today. Was it today or tomorrow? Did they announce it already? Bets on AI infrastructure execution is key. Yeah, execution is key. It's gonna be the most important aspect of APLD. You gotta really break. You gotta really make that infrastructure, make it work in your favor. RZLV, BBAI, Bull 1482, Palantir 158, Redwire down 2%, 1507, APX 739, SLQT $1.92, Mags looks like it's an ETF, TMC 699, RVLV down 2% on the day, LG LYG 425 up 1.19%. Does this ticker never stop going up? Let me just see where the hell it's at. So it's breaking out of a box or inside the box. No, it's breaking out or on top of the box that I drew. So it's very interesting to see where we are here. Alright, so SPY just in a scallop formation. It looks like a scallop, yeah, scallop. Do a little this, and then hopefully get a bounce, question mark. Dumped a bunch of BBI. It was a nice place to park some of my money for a while. Still got a small chunk. If you own a little bit of the big winners, you can still crush it. Hell yeah. Wait, you dumped money into? Okay, dumped a bunch of BBA. It was a nice place to park some. Oh, okay. You played into BBAI. Nice. Very nice. Doesn't seem like a bad area. I mean, from a risk reward, if you're gonna play, you're gonna play earnings, I bet, right? I never gamble earnings. Ooh. This is called the Three Black Crows. Just something to consider. These are very bearish momentum candles, but hopefully it breaks the trend today. SPY breaking down a little bit. Very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. Come on, baby. Let's get it going. Come on. Let's get some of the price action moving on up. Come on. Took a bunch of my Irene off the table too. I'm now playing with the house money, and it feels so nice. Nice, Miles. You fucking killing it. That's what I'm talking about, Miles. This is how you grow, baby. You never take L's. Let me go get my coffee. Beautiful day. Bought a bunch more APX. Just keep buying this and holding it. Bought a bunch more ORA. Yeah, I think we spoke on this real quick. SBET breaking down even more. Sofi 10%. 15. I gotta keep more. I'm going back and forth between my Discord servers. SoFi. Oh yeah, let's go take a look at SoFi real quick. SPY looking like a little breakdown. My boy mentioned GMIA. I'll take a look at GMIA. Wolf breaking down. INTC. So as I mentioned, I got this alt bat harmonic at completion at 1860. I think we can still break down. Oh shit, my puts. Whoops. I'm over here talking to you guys, and I have a whole put action going on. I have my puts, and I'm not even looking at my puts. Very shame of me. I'm over here talking to you guys. Give me 1 second. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? I have a whole put action. I'm in play right now. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, we're still good. Alright, we're still good. We are still good. I bought some more Solana today along with XRP. Actually, where's Sofi at? Real quick. Sofi. Oh my lord. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me send this to my... Holy shit. Sofi is just parabolic. Oh my lord. That's really good to see. That's really, really good to see. Come on, let's start sending it. You are too young to be tired this early in the day. Perhaps in the morning you should have switched to sativa from indica. Well, I woke up with my girlfriend this morning, and you know how that goes. So, and then last night I slept at her house. So you know how it is. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. All right, so METC looking good. Sofi up 14%. Up. Oh, it's coming down a little bit. Peaked at 25. I mean, Sofi is just going to go parabolic. Bull breaking into the 1480. Not so much. We had a low at 1462. Sofi. Let's go back into GoPro. GoPro. My puts are going to be printing. Let me check my puts. All right. Come on. We need a break below 25. $1.25. Break it down, baby. I don't think we're going to get there today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow for sure. For sure, maybe tomorrow. All right, so SPY. I think we peaked on SPY, guys. Uh-oh. I think we peaked. 1639.33. 1639.33. I think we peaked, my friends. That's very interesting. Krispy Kreme coming down. Look at that. Now we're breaking 390. What a great time to buy. Great time to buy some puts on these things. I think GoPro can still break down a little bit more. Let me just make sure I'm not crazy. All right, we did break below this 236. We're going to come and test that 382 bounce plus that 5 EMA. I would not love to see this thing sit any longer than a fucking day above 382. Just keep crashing it down, okay? Keep crashing it down. Sofi. All right, what else we're looking at? SBET breaking down below this descending triangle. Sad to see because I was hoping to bounce at the 236 and 50 EMA, but it's continuously breaking down. Now it's going to test that 19 bucks. Testing 19 bucks for sure. 19. Yeah, 19 bucks for sure, which would be right there. Boom, approximately. Yeah, we'll just say 19 bucks. Yeah, 19-ish. Right there at that key resistance line. We'll just call it for what it is. Yeah. All right, looking good, looking good. Just send it down. Send it to Earth's core. Let's go. Lately, I've been accumulating a whole bunch of STRL, Sterling infrastructure. They disguise themselves as constructed, but they are actually extremely high growth with great strategical acquisitions. Really? STRL? Let's take a look at STRL. Hey, man, I like looking at different tickers. STRL. Sterling infrastructure. Oh, God. Oh man, my friend, guy, this is like literally up only. Another ticker. I think we spoke on this. I don't know if we did, but this is up only. Look at the weekly. So your absolute bottom recently has been only. Very interesting, but look at this. So obviously you got the all EMAs riding this huge impulse move up. Then you touch your 50 EMA bottom. Then you touch your 50 EMA and SMA bottom. You broke below it, and then your absolute bottom was your 100 EMA. Sure, you can break a little bit below it. You can't always time the bottom, but if you had to average in at 107, that was like your purchasing price, right? So now we're riding up again. Another scallops that just formed. This was a double bottom bounce here. This was actually this is like the cleanest double bottom. Look at this. Hold up. Look at this double bottom. Look at that double bottom. Look at that. Boom. And then you bounced off it. Oof. Oof. That was so clean. Holy shit. That was so clean. And then you're just moving on up. So from a risk reward, price comes down, test your 20 EMA, likes to bounce, and then your 50 EMA SMA. Interesting. Very, very CLS from Wonderful. Whoa, hello. Whoa. Whoa, 17%. What the fuck is going on here? So again, another one. Your bottoms, 50, 50, EMA, SMA, CLS, Celestica, very nice name, 204 a share. On the weekly, you're absolutely not even scalding yet, so this thing still has a lot of juice left. Has a lot of juice left. That's actually impressive. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually impressive. On the 3-day, it is scalding as shit. Like, you're almost hitting it. You're almost there, bro. You're almost there. You can't, like, you're asking too much now on the 3-day. So expect a little pullback. Because look at your squeeze deluxe indicator. The overflux, at least where the band is flipping colors. Alright, SPY. SPY breaking down a little bit, 0.5%. Big Bear coming down a little bit more here at 689. Let's check the meme stocks. Wow, Open Door completely just crashing down. It's at a pivotal support level. Let me see Open Door real quick. Let me see what's going on. Maybe I should have bought puts on Open Door. Oh my days, yeah. Shit. Yeah. Oh wow, this is not good for Open Door. We broke below the 5 and the 10 EMA. So 185 looks like it wants to come down to that level. 185. They were buying back 40 million shares. CLS? Jesus Christ. So they believe very much in the company. That's very, very bullish. Very, very bullish, dude. Holy shit. Very, very bullish. D-Nut coming down. Come on, GoPro. Give me another 8%. Give me another 8%, GoPro. Come on, baby. Wolfspeed coming doing like a ascending scallop play right now. Ascending scallop. STLR has earnings coming up next week and should crush it. I think so. STLR. Hold on. If my put's printing yet? No, not yet. SBET, respecting that trend line from yesterday's video. So this trend line is very important for SBET. And just real quick before I go into STLR or STRL. So on the 4 hour. Woo! Whoopa. Yeah, we still haven't touched a 5 EMA, so potentially We can still break down, but I love the support here at that trend line here at SBET. Damn, 7% on the day. Hey, massive moves for like 15 days straight. It's been fucking parabolic. What? 356% for 14 days. So this 14-day crazy move. We're only on day 12. From the peak high to peak low, day 12, 55%. So we're giving back 50% of this upward movement so far. Okay, not so bad. 55%. Not so bad. So you can make another 50% upside swing? Question mark? Is that gonna happen? No. STRL open, finding balance. This is a scallop. This is like your mini scallops. I call these like the mini scallops. Scallops are like formations and then question mark bounce. Not always, but sometimes they pan out. Not pan out. STRL, SBET, STRL. Looks like SPY wants to keep breaking down a little bit here at these highs. I think we hit a peak. I'm starting to get worried here on SPY. Is this the peak? Is this finally the fucking peak? Oh my god, open, breaking down even more. Oh lordy. Alright, let's play with some, let's find some other plays. I got puts on D-Nut. Let's find another play, guys. I want to make more money. I want to make money today. Hopefully we can kick some butt. Let's see where we can find potential plays here. Maybe buy some more puts. I feel like the premiums are already juiced up. Yeah, they're 13. Yeah, they're too. I'd be shooting myself in the foot if I buy at these highs right now. I'll be shooting myself in the foot. So I don't know. I do want to play puts though. AMPX. See, this is the thing. Look at AMPX. Like, okay, I knew they were scalding on the. Let me check the daily. So I know they're gonna come back. I know we're gonna. I feel like we're gonna come back and retest this trend line bounce. And look at the signal on the. Okay, this is just an obvious put. This is just fucking obvious. Let me see if I can get some action here. Yeah, that adds confluence. 612. Breaking down, hit that trend line 630. Alright, maybe I can buy put on AMPX. Let me check the options list real quick. Wait. Before I even buy puts on AMPX, give me one more second. Where are my EMAs and SMAs real quick? EMAs, SMAs. Alright, we're testing that 5, and we are now literally breaking below it. That's 10% on the downside. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to buy some puts. Let me see what, actually not buy puts yet. Let me see what the premiums are. AMPX. Let me see, is my RSI up? Testing the MA. We are flipping colors. Negative DI coiling. Delta bearish. Alright, so the momentum is in. It's a super strength ticker. Are my batteries going to push this down even further? Looks like we are. That's good to know. Alright, so premiums, $8 strikes for 70-day expiry, $1.15. Ugh. IV's 120%, and then very low in open eye. OI. I'm not buying puts. No, too expensive. Yeah, nah. I'm not doing it. From a risk reward, it's not worth it. Nah. Guys, SPY absolutely not showing any bearish momentum. I mean bullish momentum. I think we peaked. Very interesting. Very interesting. Interesting. How on earth? How is this not concerning for some folks? Now we're going to be bearish on the day. Huh. That's very interesting. Impressive to say the least. All right. Oh, SPY breaking down. Now we broke more to the downside. Absolutely parabolic move to the downside. Yikes. Yikes. So that'll give us the battery on our put on, not D-Nut, on GoPro. All right, GoPro put. Let's check it out real quick. We're about to start printing. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Break. Very interesting what SPY is doing. Very, very interesting what SPY is doing. I think we've actually hit a peak. I'll be very I'll be impressed, to say the least. I'll be impressed, to say the least. BBAI 678 looks like it wants to keep coming down a little bit. 678, 677. Impressive. Nice little put action here. I want to buy some calls. A little bit more further out. All right, so the next interest where I'm going to DCA a little bit will be the 0.5. 1385. LIDR. Ooh, LIDR. Trying to find a base after having a massive move to the upside with that NVIDIA partnership. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. Am I saying anything on Twitter? What the fuck is topping? What the hell is topping? Okay, that's a dumb trend. Here on X.com. Sometimes you find some degeneracy on there. D-Nut breaking low. Their meme stocks are pushing down. Yes. Yes, our puts. Yes. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got this. We got this, boys. SPY and IWM completely not showing any strength to the upside. Not showing any strength to the upside. SPY. Wow, I'm questioning if this is the peak now. If this is the peak, I'll be quite concerned. Not actually concerned. If anything, we'll just pick up stocks at the cheap. I've been wanting price to come back down a little bit so we can buy at lows. Oh wow, it's raining a lot. BBI holding nice at that 680. Holding strong. Holding very nice at the 680 mark. Very, very good. Very good. All right, let's double check our puts. I guess GoPro will be holding off for the day. Still down. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh, whoops. Looking good so far. Our memes, or the memes coming down a little bit. It's getting a little bit of a relaxer. How's my audio? Alright, audio's looking good so far. Alright, so 0.4, we're still going down a little bit. IWM, let's put up, what else another ticket we can take a look at on the top right. Let's put up, we already have BBA on the bottom right quadrant. We gonna hold on to, we can do APLD maybe. Oh shit. Let's do Palantir. Ooh, Palantir getting a nice little reaction to the downside. Top right quadrant. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at that. Palantir. We'll leave it up there for now. Alright, so BBI and Palantir on the top right, BBI on the bottom right, Webull on the top left, and then we have our little meme stocks. Let's put this next to it here. We'll hold that right there. Boom. We'll hold that right there. BBAI. Let's go. Any other tickers we're taking a look at? Any other tickers you guys want to take a look at? Let's go. Fed decision narrowed down, persistent extend. Healthy after excess interest over the YouTube Discord crowds. I mean, let's take a look at Bull social media. One key thing I like to do on some of these investments, I like to really draw or at least look at the market sentiment as a whole. Looks this way, so why the hell should I be active during this madness? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Alright, so let's just do this. Let me just have my, Ooh, a Palantir. So it looks like Palantir double bottom on the 5-minute. Let's see if we can find a little bounce here. So it's BBAI. So pretty much all the tickers are moving a little bit up. SPY's getting catching a nice little bip bip. Nice little bip bip action here. Not so bad. A little rainy today where I'm at. SPY catching bip bip. Very nice to see. Bip bip. Let's see if I can get the hype going. Go take a midday research break. Stay with the upward momentum on the upside. Go to run or fly. Good luck with your SPY. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. God bless you, bro. You've been awesome. Thanks for joining on. Thanks for joining in on the live, man. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. 236 and then the bounce at the 2. I could have just done this, right? Just done this way. Like, what am I complaining about? Yep. Could have done that. Could have done that. Oh. Found a nice little bounce at 1465. Bounce. So 1465 is a very key interest area for at least us. Oh wow, SPY absolutely looking like it wants to keep breaking down. So I'm assuming that the market sentiment as a whole, and it's continuously breaking down. Yep, look at that on the bottom left. Wow, that's in 157, 160. Let me check my puts. I gotta have a better way to check my puts. Come on. Pero ya está cancelada. Okay. Well, it's better than safe than sorry, right? Let's check in GoPro. Alright, GoPro's still down 9% on the day. 15 contracts at $1.50 strike. That ends 17 days out. Alright, I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. I am cool with that. Alright, Weeble catching a nice little bip. Nice little bip. Love to see it. Love to see it. Oh, BBAI not looking too hot, but still respecting that 679. So, SPY continuously breaking down. .65%. Let's see if we can catch the bottom on SPY real quick. I just wanted to see something on Weeble. 1 segundo. Come back, test that golden pocket. Oh, that would be impressive if that was the case. That would be impressive if that was the case. Yeah, that would be cool. Alright, so check the MACD on SPY. Oof, SPY not looking too hot. Before I go, let me give you a tip of the day. You buy the dip and don't wait. You know, it's funny you literally said, I can't believe you said that because I was looking at this yesterday. It is a energy play. Absolutely agree with you on that. I've been literally looking at this and then so we're pretty much like scalding, right? I mean, it broke out of this daily trend that I drew back in the day here in April, right? And then obviously we're subsidizing a lot of our we're pretty much throwing money at the energy sector. So this was definitely on my radar. I'm just waiting for a pullback. I'm just gonna wait for the RSI to come and test that center line. So the center line would approximately be here. So wherever this center line is, because we literally bounced right off it. So in terms of risk reward, I wanted to come back and test that center line. Give me a nice double bottom confirmation. So I would suspect it'll probably be around the 20 EMA line here. The 20 EMA. I don't know why it's not now. Now it's not working. The 20 EMA is right here. So least price come back, test that 20 EMA. That would be a scalp formation play. So it will look like this and then bounce. Scallops are a continuation run. Typically when you have massive movements like this, you want to get that retracement in. and get it going. Bingo bango. Now I guarantee you it would be around, I think we're about to hit the 236, and that would be like a 382, right? So if I take it from the low to the high, right? Watch this. Right? Okay, so the 236 and that 20 EMA would be the 382. So I'm going to do and wait and be patient from a risk reward. Hit that. Boom, 20 EMA and then bounce. So $8.20 to try and get this at the all-time low. If it bounces and gets to the 236, excuse me, and then bounces, that's super strength. Very rare, very rare we get the 236 and then we hit a bounce. In most cases, price wants to come and always hit a 382 for relatively strong strength stocks and then bounce off that. But if it bounces off the 236, then yeah, I'll see it, because we also have the 10 EMA, and then you have this 236. So I'll just wait around and get that going. But for sure, UU is definitely on my radar, brother. I am literally, you know what? Let me put it on my radar. Actually, let me get my alerts going. I really need to start putting alerts up. So let me do alert at 9:28. Let me get an alert here. Alert at UUU, $9.29. All right, I got it going. I'm gonna see if it breaks down 236, $8.90. So basically $9. So believe me, brother, that's a great call. UUU is a great call. And join the Discord, brother. You seem like a cool cat. You got the right mindset. You got the right takers. You're involved. You like to trade strong stocks and relative takers with momentum. So good to see players like yourselves in the field. I like to see different approaches on the stock market. I love seeing different takers on different charts. Everybody's perspective on how they play the markets. It's always fun. I guess that's why I enjoy this play. All right, so far so good. We looking good, boys. Looking getting a nice little retracement. What other tickers we looking at? God, I gotta check my Discord. NVTS negative. Oh shit, I gotta check up on my Discord member. NVTS. Let's take a look at NVTS. Taking a look now. NVTS down 8%. Shout out to wonderful NVTS. I'm not always on MVT. Ooh. Well, the bounce was at 0.5. This is the monthly. The weekly candle still printing. We have 3 days left, but you did find support around the golden pocket. And then your bounce 3-day still printing. 2-day oscillators. Let me see the 3-day oscillators. Oh yeah, we're too hot right now. Oh, you're bearish. Look at the oh my god. Look at the bearish delta. 10.2 million over the bulls. Look at your delta on NVTS. I mean, the shorts are probably piling this down. Let me see the short interest on Fintel real quick. NVTS is pretty much another one. There's so many guys. I don't have that much money. Jesus Christ, I'm not a multi-millionaire. All right, so there's no short interest in sight on NVTS. Oh no, excuse me. Whoops. I scrolled down a little bit more. All right, so we do have short positions by 1,029. We have 1 million happened 29 minutes ago. And then another short position 1.1 million hour ago. 2 hours ago, 950,000 short position, and then 3 hours before that, 500 position. So, yeah, there's a lot of institutions piling this down, so that makes sense, right? We just had a massive run to the upside, and it's good to get a nice little retracement. So let me turn on NVTS. NVTS is a good one. Let's turn on NVTS real quick. NVTS. Should I let go of BBAI? No, I'll leave BBAI here. Palantir stock is a little whatever. It's not making NVTS. It's not making any moves. All right, MBTS. So one thing I noticed that's making a ooh, we got divergences. Okay, so now we're printing divergences. So watch this. Let me put up MVTS on the big boy screen. Let me show you guys something. MVTS. I love watching movements on the downside. You get more practice in. So one thing to note here on the daily MVTS, you bounce off. Let me get rid of this macro Fibonacci levels. That's the macro. Let me turn. Okay. So notice MVTS bounce at the key micro 382. Look at that perfect bounce. Candles respecting that 382 780, right? So now we're testing a key support. So in terms of the strength of the trend, I've always stated anytime you have tickers that are relatively strong stocks, massive moves, you always want to see a bounce above this 382. If it breaks below that, obviously we have support indicators on the bottom side. We have the 0.5 next. But you typically want to start seeing bounces at this 382 for another continuation run to the upside. It looks like we're breaking below it. We still have 4 hours and 46 minutes left to print this candle. It could be just a wick at the end of the day, or it can continue breaking down here. So next position, if we break at least another 5% below the 382, I suspect the next bounce will be around the approximate this 20 EMA line, which will be around 745. You test that, break down, no, and then we come back and test that 0.5. But we are seeing at least a little bit of a bounce here at this 382, $7.80. You can always break down below it. You just can't break a significant amount, which would be the next bounce. I suspect would be at the 763, because you can see it from this candle here. Nice closure candle body. Love to see it. God, I hate the reactions are just not. Every time I click on this fucking thing, it's not clickable. It's like not working. Anyway, so MBTS finding a base. I do like this 382. Let's see if we can hold that throughout the end of the day and break the momentum down and start making momentum up. All right. So key level support. We're literally at the critical level support area. Let me turn on the 1 hour real quick. Okay, beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. I love the reaction here. Love it. Let me turn on my daily oscillators real quick. We are flipping a little bearish though, so let's just get rid of that momentum to the downside and turn over a new leaf. So let's start turning over a new leaf. Webull making strides here. We're now finding support at the 5 and 10 EMA. Now we're finding and testing that 20 EMA. As you can see here, price action wants to come and test that. We are getting a wick off that. And if we get above the VWAP, you are very much breaking out of a downward momentum trend and now looking above to Saturn or Moon. Okay, let's get above VWAP here at 1493. Start breaking that trend to the downside and making moves to the upside. Big Bear AI breaking down at 675. Looks like we're breaking a little bit below the box line, but it's totally fine. You know, nothing to worry about. We do have indicator targets down at $4.35. Only if we have bad earnings, but that's not to be. That's only if and only if we have bad earnings. But nonetheless, just got to keep breaking it. Just gonna be breaking up. Oh my God! So NVTS is breaking down a little bit more down. All right, so let's do this. Let's look at MVTS is very much on my radar. Just gotta find conviction here, right? So let's time that. Let me go on GoPro. NVTS. All right, so 1690, 7 and 63. Next bounce I want to see. Next bounce I want to see. 763 is the next bounce I want to see. AMPX coming down. It's more than likely gonna come back and back test that breakout, which also aligns with your 10 EMA. So approximately 660 will be a nice little bounce. So 660, 630. That's your little range that you want to try and see if we can potentially get back into this ticker. It had massive moves to the upside. Little retracement is necessary. So I'm gonna say this box here. Get a nice little bomb. I'm gonna leave this here for future references. Make sure I'm right or wrong, but I'm gonna leave that box there. I have a limit at $9.11. $9.11. Let me see where you're looking at. Let's see where you're looking at. Let's see, $9.11. $9.11. Let's see why you say that. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I agree. Uh, you got this little box area, right? So you said $9.10, right? So you got a buy order at $9 and here. Let's do it here. $9, right? Oh yeah, I like that. I firmly like that a lot. Yeah, that's fair. This is your support box right here. So that also aligns confluence with the 236, and then you also have the 10 EMA. That's a good bet. Yeah, there's a saying that goes, you put your stop loss where no, what's it called? The purchase order. You put your buy order where you would put a stop loss in. So yeah, everybody sees this EMA. You put a buy order in, but people like you or me would be like, all right, well, more than likely it's gonna wick down, right? That would make sense. Right, and then you DCA. If it keeps breaking down, if this is a long-term play, you just keep DCAing dollar cost average. You call it a day. You know, looking good so far. So it's a good bet. It's a good bet. Oh, oh my body. Let me go get a mango. Let me go cut some mangoes up. I'll be pouring a crap load. Okay. I'm gonna shut off my camera real quick because I'm eating. I'm gonna just shut my camera off for a couple of minutes. Don't want to look disgusting on screen. I'll still be here. Let's go. Wow, Dina completely coming down. Dina completely coming down. Wow, Lighter trying to make strides. Crazy. I'm seeing it now. Huh. Interesting. This is looking... Whoa, SPY selling off, guys. Hold up, guys. Wait, that's a significant bearish movement. Huh. That's interesting. SPY selling off, guys. What the hell? Whoa. SPY still breaking down. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well, memes are not having a good day thus far. Alright, so BBAI, MVTS, holy shit. Alright, it's gonna come test that trend line. Approximately 765. I mean, we're right on it too. Just fucking touch it. I'm about to get fucking cut. BBAI, whoa. Whoa. SPY? Hello? That's not good. Okay. Let me see SPY real quick. Ooh, SBET breaking down off this trend line. Breaking down off this trend line. It is not sustaining that trend line. Breaking down off this ascending wedge. So this we can officially cancel this. I guess this 3 bearish crow candle wins the day. So now we're pretty much giving back 60% of this all-time high. Let me see. From peak high to peak low, that's 53%. 53%. Wow. Talk about Talk about trading the trend. All right, so we broke below $19. Now the next stop is 1845, 1846. Approximately. Am I losing my eyesight? Yeah. Oh no, it's coming right here. Right there, 1845. Approximately. Am I losing my mind? 1848, 1845, 1848, 18. What the fuck is wrong with me? Am I going crazy? Right here, trend line. Okay, so 1850. Jesus Christ. My lord, what's wrong with me? Not so hot on SBET. It's gonna come down and break it. Wow, SPY, another leg down. Another leg down. Not looking hot, not looking hot. SPY breaking down. Uh-oh, BBAI coming down. BBAI coming down. Wow, SPY with huge bearish candles. Holy moly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is going on here? 0.2% is very significant. 0.2% is very significant. Well, that means we can buy stocks at cheaper. That's for sure. Let's go. Wow, that is very, very... That's an engulfing bearish candle. Wow. Talk about getting cooked. All right, puts are at least about to print. SPY. 0.2% on the day. Holy macro. Alright, our put's going to be printing. Holy shit. All the meme stocks are coming down. Alright, so 390 obviously was a key support. And we're breaking significant candles to the downside. So that makes a lot of sense on DNUT. Just had to be patient with that. And look at that. Nice little bip up. Is it sustainable? That's a question. And so it bounced at 1462. Will SPY continue to the downside? Look at these multiple day candles here. Boom, 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 boom. Pete. Couple down. That's impressive. That's impressive. That is impressive. That's a scallop play. And then you get the nice little entry in. GoPro coming down. Let's go. Let me get my charger. Great, so it's nice to see that we're all moving within the how's that going? Alrighty then. There we are. Interesting day so far. It's a very, very interesting day. NVTS. Oh shit. Trump's deals for the world will be done by Friday. The Commerce suggesting CB's Squawk Box. The president has repeatedly rejected potential deals in pursuit of better terms for the United States. Really? But why does CNBC get to determine what was a better deal? Why would... that's an interesting article. I didn't read it, but very interesting how they're saying that it could have been better deals. They're not on the table to discuss deals with companies. So it's just very interesting. You know, they're not sitting in the round table with these guys, the presidents and all that. That's very interesting. Looking like a little bearish day today. Very significant too. God. A lot of bearish momentum. Small caps are getting hit today. This is the time to buy opportunity. You buy an opportunity. DCA a little bit, then you do a little bit more later, tomorrow, next week, whatever have you. And call it a day. What is going on? I guess people didn't like the trade deal conversation news that was happening. Impressive. Navitas coming down as well. Talk about buying at discounts. Talking about buying at a discount. So my put is printing here today. Very impressive. Estimated credit is 24. I just sold my contract. I sold my put. Made $60 on it. That's impressive. I'm happy about that. Made some money. Made some money off that. Let's go ahead and make another play here. That was fun. I like making money on puts. Estimated credit is 24. Interesting. Okay. Well, I made 3%. I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm absolutely cool with that. All right, in about 20 minutes, I'm going to call it quits, and then we are going to enjoy the day today. Any other tickers before I head out? Oh, whole market's selling off. Whole market is selling off. Crazy, crazy day today. I'll tell you that much. Crazy day today. Taking a breather today also. I mean, the whole entire stock market is having a bit of a relaxation period. Let me see where SPY is right now. Where is SPY? The entire stock market is getting a cool-off period. Very interesting where we are. Could be just another one of these candles here, and then tomorrow we have a nice little rip. We did touch that 5 EMA on the daily. So 634.55 was the clean bounce, at least from what it looks like. So impressive to say the least. So we did touch the 5 EMA on the daily. Let's see if we can get a nice little reaction bounce off that. Wow, look at Navitas. 12% on the day. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. How's the stream look here? Let's put on Daft Punk. Martin Shkreli. All right. Market sell-off hat. Yeah, core. What is core at? Actually, that's a great... Let's take a look at core. Core coming. Oh, touch that. Smack the... Smack that 10 MA. That 10 EMA. That's interesting. Smack that 10 EMA. Impressive. Guys, join the Discord. Like the video, guys. Let's go. Getting a nice little pullback on some of these tickers, guys. Nice little pullback. We always wanted the pullbacks. We always wanted those pullbacks. Bum bum bum. Just an eToro to launch tokenized United States stocks on Ethereum blockchain. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Tokenized blockchain? Okay, well, you know. That's impressive. SPY coming down to hit that. It's coming down again. Wow. SPY coming down again. Wow. Impressive. Impressive what SPY is doing right now. It's absolutely just, I think it peaked, ladies and gents. I think it peaked. I think it really did peak. And then we have Fed interest rates tomorrow. Not sure if that's gonna. Not sure if they're really gonna cut rates. What do you guys think? I'll actually be shocked if they cut rates. Personally, I will be shocked. I will personally be shocked if they cut rates. I doubt it, though. Oh, man. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down. It's already going to be 12 o'clock, so I might as well just end it now. So, like the video, join the Discord, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me here. Have a blessed, blessed day.